Welcome back to the neighborhood, boys and girls. Our next guest is Josalyn Aponte from Honest Real Estate. Josalyn, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you so
Thanks
much
for joining us tonight. So we start off and we do a little bit of stuff. We like to talk about the people, not just the business, the people. So give a little history of Josalyn before the real estate business and how you actually got into this. Because most people, when they're in school and they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Most of them are like a doctor or a policeman. No one's like, I want to be a real estate agent unless your parents are real estate agents. So what happened that got you into this business, and what was Josalyn like before this?
Well, how long do you have? Before I became a real estate agent, I was actually in the Army.
Okay.
Active duty. I was in the service for about 7 years.
Okay.
But once I hit that 6-year mark, things get old, and you start to become unhappy, and you're like, this is not what I want for my life.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate was always something I was interested in, but it finally clicked when I bought my first house and had a bad experience.
Okay.
So
we won't talk about the person.
We won't talk about the person, but
we'll talk about Fight Club.
But I wasn't happy with my experience, and it really just it made me want to do different, so I tried to.
Was it a thing where it was motivation for you to do it, or was it something where you said, well, if that person can do it, I know I can do
right.
this, you know what I mean?
I was looking for a new avenue, like I said, like HGTV, I watched HGTV growing up with my mom, so real estate was always our thing. She wanted to become a real estate agent, she never actually became one, but when that happened, it was kind of my motivation as well. So it was like the kick in the butt that I needed. So.
Now, were you military combat? Were you overseas? Where were you serving?
No, actually, so I was called Active Guard Reserve. So it was kind of like I served here in PA, but basically if the state got called active for some reason, like the riots, I was activated for that. And also, I'm just working on the base, doing the normal everyday things, like taking care of the soldiers and things like that. So I was based out of Pennsylvania.
Because of your military background, do you do anything for veterans, soldiers, anything like that in real estate? Any organizations, any groups that you're a part of?
I do. It's great because I got to tie them together, because I realized being in the military that not many of them, have homes or even educated. A lot of people join the military and they're young, they're in their younger years, and they don't really understand, and they're, used to either going away, being away, or being home, with family, so not really having their own space. And I think that's important. So I do try to, my battle buddies, I call them, they see me, buy houses, and then they get curious, and I try to hold seminars, just really open with other veterans.
Nice.
To help them.
Now, in the current market, the way things are, have you had any problems getting VA loans accepted, or, a lot of people, depending on the areas, a lot of people like conventional only, but you serve a couple different markets, so it's not always as tough. Some of the other neighborhoods are okay with VA loans,
It's very unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, for real. It's not a.
The concept that people have of VA loans is quite sad, and it's really not fair, I think. But I try to help a little by personally talking to the other side, the other agent. Sure. This is well qualified. My thing is having the lender reach out to the agent and letting them know how qualified they are, and kind of put in a good word for them.
Sure.
That always helps.
Definitely, we do that, and it's crazy. The only thing that I don't ever have a hurdle with VA loans is the fact that they have their own appraisals. So that's the feedback that we get sometimes. That's an objection that's really tough to overcome, because there really isn't an answer that I can say, yeah, that's the case. I can't say, for a VA loan, we don't control it. For FHA or conventional, we have our own appraisers. We do what we do. So, that's the thing. But sometimes, I just had one where the guy put $10,000 in escrow, even though he probably only needed like $7,000. He got a refund check at the closing, but at least that made the seller feel like he was a qualified buyer, and there wasn't going to be any problems with the transaction. But it's crazy the way people in this market treat VA loans. It's like worse than FHA. I'm like, wow.
I know, and it's sad. But before I even show my VA client a house, I actually reach out to the agent. Like, are they open to VA loans?
Right.
Because I don't want to waste any of our time, right? So.
Yeah. And you don't want to waste your own time. You also don't want to create that negative experience of going to see a house
and then
that
falling
you
in
can't
love
have.
with it, and then they can't have it.
Yeah, because then if that happens the first time, then nothing's ever going to measure up to that house, and now you're just fighting an uphill battle.
Right.
And you don't want to walk into that.
I definitely try to avoid that.
Yeah. So do you have? We talked about veterans. Do you have like a client base that you think that's my person? Is it first time buyers? Is it investors? Or are you kind of just jack of all trades?
It's weird because I actually just got my license in New Jersey. It's only been about 6 months, but lately all my business has been in Jersey. I guess it was like people waiting for me because I've always said since I got my license that I would get it in Jersey, you know, and next Delaware.
Okay.
I would love to be tri-state, but a little bit of everything. I invest in my own properties. So I have a few. So a lot of people come to me for advice, and I usually help them with multifamilies and investing like that. First-time home buyers, I always hold first-time home buyer seminars to kind of drag people in the door and keep business growing. So that helps a lot. So I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Okay, nice. And are you pretty active in like any of the groups? Like you see a lot of investor groups, and there's a lot of tend to have like either seminars or get-togethers with other investors. And
no, I wouldn't say I'm that type of investor. More like starting off, like people who like are interested in starting to invest in real estate and stuff like that. Not necessarily experienced investors who need to use their
You're not like a portfolio investor kind of person.
No,
I like that better anyway.
Yeah, I like more personable. I like being more personable with my clients, like people that is really going to matter to them. So.
Right. It's pretty cool to have somebody buy their first investment property, and then it kind of clicks on them.
Just happened to me the other day with my client. It was amazing.
Yeah, I could do a couple of these, and then when you explain to them, look, if you do these and you do a 15-year mortgage. If you're 37 right now and 15 years are going to be 52, if you pay these all off, now you have 5 rental properties that are paying you your cash flow. You don't have to worry about your 401k. You don't have to worry about what happens in the stock market because that can fund pretty much your whole retirement.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the regular person either doesn't ever think like that or doesn't think it's possible for them. They think it's for other people.
And it's both. Yeah, I actually just helped my mother purchase her first investment property. So she's starting to get in the swing of things. They're really starting to understand. A lot of times people don't understand the benefits of investing.
Have you done any like large scale multifamily stuff like 40, 50, 60 unit?
No,
properties?
I have not. My biggest sale actually was this year was 1.1 million, and it was 8 units.
Okay, I like that. What about commercial? You dabble in any kind of restaurants?
That was a commercial.
Okay.
So twice I've had 2 transactions in the last 4 years. That were commercial.
Nice.
Don't dabble in it too much.
Nah. Okay. So we went backwards. Let's go forward now. Let's go June, July of 2024. Where is Josalyn at? And give me a couple of the goals you're going to check off on the list between now and then.
Man, it's let's see. I currently I'm starting to invest in properties. I currently have 3.
Okay.
My goal is to double that.
Okay.
Help my mom get a couple more. I would love to do that.
For sure.
What else? I mean, I'm really just focused on really like building my brand and what I stand for, and just kind of letting that flow for itself. So.
Okay.
I do. It's out of. I have other plans out of real estate as well.
That's gonna be my next question. So good. That's where we go. All right. So now, your heart, your spirit. What do you do outside of real estate, outside of the 9 to 5? What do you do to warm your heart, to excite you, to motivate you?
I'm a dog lover.
Okay. All right.
I'm a dog lover. I love all pets, but really dogs. So my next goal actually is to start a doggy daycare.
Okay.
I would love to.
I saw a picture you were doing something for. Was it an animal shelter? Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to donate to an animal shelter yesterday. I got to present the check to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So doggy daycare. What that's like like just a regular check-in in the morning, come pick them up after work kind of thing?
Yeah, but I kind of want to coincide with animal shelter, like something, you know, for families who can't really afford it, like, you know, less, I guess, you know, the prices being more reasonable than normal doggy daycares.
Okay. And any nonprofits, organizations, anything like that you're involved with that are?
The women's animal shelter, yeah, okay. That I got to donate to yesterday, yes.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so now we're going to go with your personal question. Sports or music?
Damn, that's tough. I love music.
Okay.
I'll probably say music.
So we'll go with music then, because you love music. All right, so you can have any band, artist, singer, whatever it is, come to your house and sing 2 songs. Who's the artist, and what are the 2 songs that you're going to have them sing? Could be anybody, alive or dead, from the 50s, from the 30s, or right now.
That's hilarious. Good question. I would probably say Eminem.
Okay.
Love Eminem.
Eminem, okay. Which 2 songs?
Lose Yourself.
Okay, for sure.
And Gone.
Okay. I like it. I like it. So you gave me like 6 different answers that totally were not what I was expecting the answer to be. I'm thinking, okay, I know where this is going. I know where this is going. Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Josalyn, for coming in. We'll be in touch for sure. We'll be right back with the next guest on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.